The sun and the air, all the shyness that is criminally vulgar.
What am I supposed to call you? Wait, like Jason, Felix, Dr. Felix, Dr. Jason, Jason Felix Pahuda, Fuda, right? PhD, Fuda. What am I calling you?
Whatever makes you most comfortable. This is a safe place. You don't have to worry about what ails you on the outside. Just spill the beans here and we'll work through your problems.
It's dreams, Jason. You ever dealt with dreams before?
On occasion.
There's 3 of them. Call them the trifecta. I'm in my classroom teaching. Things are going well. Someone raises their hand, asks a question. I go to answer it. It happens.
Hey, Mr. Gorsuch, does Congress always have to declare war? Well,
let me just interrupt. Well, in today's conflicts, not really.
I'm in the hall, walking down the hall, I hear my name being called. 9th grader, wants to know the homework. Again, they're asking me a question, I go to answer. Happens.
Excuse me, Mr. Gorsuch, what's the homework?
Taylor, what is it?
What's the homework?
Taylor, you're reading page 253 tonight in Logic. Be ready to discuss in class tomorrow.
What was that? What are you doing? This is my life.
And the other day I had this dream. And of all places, I'm going to the fitness center to work out, going on to the treadmill, and there it is. It happens again. Happens again.
I drank the skim milk, I drank the chocolate milk, I drank the strawberry milk. Didn't try the whole milk. What are you doing?
Running.
I run there every day after school.
Not anymore.
Every night I have these dreams. Dr. Felix, what does this stuff mean?
The years will tell you what the days cannot. Just give it time. Dreams fade, memories fade, students graduate. If anything's giving you trouble, just wait it out. Eventually everything will be all right.
I'm 40, Jason. 40. Time is not what I have.
The glass is half full, not half empty.
Of arsenic. Tears. melted ice cream.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story, has received a considerable amount of attention on social media these past few weeks leading up to its release, which led to the discovery of the ultimate Star Wars superfan. Alex Gallagher, Mahanrad Barca, Harrison Skinner, and Jackson Noel were on the scene on release day.
Hello Milton, I'm Jackson Noel here at the Essex Cinema on the premiere Rogue One here in Vermont. I'm also here with my friend and Star Wars fanatic, Alex Gallagher. How are you doing?
I am doing lovely. Thank you very much for having me.
Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
But of course.
First, let's start at the beginning. What was the first Star Wars movie you watched?
Frankly, I was probably an infant, and I cannot recall such movie. But it probably was Return of the Jedi, if I had to pick one.
Okay. What is your favorite Star Wars movie then?
Return of the Jedi as well. It is just so good.
Do you have any fond memories, like a specific time you watched a Star Wars movie?
Well, I can't really answer that because frankly, every time I watch a Star Wars movie or Star Wars related movie, it fills my heart with such a joy it cannot be measured.
Well, how do you feel about last year's Force Awakens and leading up to this movie, Rogue One?
I thought it was a very cool thing. Like, Force Awakens was essentially the film of the decade, or so it'll seem until Episode 8, if you know what I mean. And, well, this movie is an interesting movie because for the first time since 1977, on screen, have we seen the Death Star in its full entirety, and the return of James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. And frankly, I'm utterly excited about it.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's it for now. We'll probably talk to you again later. Thank you very much. We also asked Alex to bring some of his trinkets that he has from the Star Wars films. So can you just go through what you have here, what you brought?
Well, first off, I'll start out with basically the literal definition of awesome. A book about Star Wars zombies. Star Wars zombies, people, so literal definition of awesome. This is a pretty good video game. You know, got it for my birthday? Good thing. This was one of the very, very most fun Lego sets I've ever gotten, the X-Wing. I got the earlier one from 2005, I believe, a few years before this one, but when I first got this one, it was an utter joy to behold.
I'm Dustin, and today I will be joined by winter athletes from all around our community to talk about the winter sports season. From boys basketball, we have Seth Harity. From gymnastics, we have Captain Soraya Davis. From girls basketball, we have Maddie Chalmers. From indoor track and field, we have Camille Hanna. From unified basketball, we are joined by Cole LeGros. From Milton Wrestling, we are joined by Nick Johnson. From hockey, we are joined by Elliot Hanna. And for cheerleading, we are joined by Ryan Austin. First question's for Elliot. How does a senior heavy team affect your chances of winning it all this year?
Well, obviously we have a lot of leadership and experience on the team this year, and I think that helps us a lot because there's a lot of people you can talk to in the locker room for help, and everyone supports each other, so I think we're liking our chances this year.
That's good to hear. All right, next question's for Maddie Chalmers. How is the impact of a new coach going to help your pursuit for the playoffs?
I think there's going to be a lot of new experiences and new ideas, which will, I think, help us to kind of get a new thing that we've had other than the last 8 years with our old coach.
Is there any new coming freshmen that will help the gymnastics team as a whole this year?
We have new gymnast Alexis Drown. She's from Middlebury. She has a ton of skills on beam and floor. Her vaults are great.
All right, next question is for Nick Johnson. How are you guys hoping to overcome the loss of Coach Drew Gordon?
We got a lot of experience on our team. Like we have some kids from St. Albans that I've been wrestling with all the way up through. And then Phil, we've had him ever since we were in youth. Drew was just new last year to coaching wrestling. So I think we're going to be set.
Good to know. Next one's for Camille. How is indoor track more difficult than indoor or outdoor track?
Inside, it's more dry, so your lungs are, it's harder to get more air when you're running. So, yeah.
All right, next one's for Cole LeGros.
Oh, God.
What are you most looking forward to in this unified basketball season?
I'm ready to make some baskets. I'm ready to make a return to the basketball community.
All right. Next, we're going to go to boys basketball. How is the team overcoming the loss of 4 senior starters last season?
Well, it's definitely hard because you can't replace those seniors.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to be fine because we got a lot of athleticism coming up. And I think they'll be able to fill some spots.
How does the addition of Bailey LaFave to the cheerleading team help you guys?
Definitely in tumbling. Greatest tumbler I know. He can do any flips you ask him, which is what we struggled on last year, and we hoped to get up was our tumbling. And so I think he's going to help us a lot in that aspect of it, and to help others on the team as well.
What is something about your team that no one knows?
Well, I think like most people maybe don't realize like how much practice and work we put into it. It takes like a lot of practice before we really get everything put together and like make it flow well and look good to perform in front of the school or competition or whatever. So I think people kind of misunderstand like how much actually work and how hard it is as a sport to do and perform.
So Elliot Hanna, who is the clown of your team?
I'm gonna have to call on Silas Biggs. He doesn't go to Milton, but one of the funniest kids. Cole too. They both work well together.
So how about you? When you get home, what's your go-to meal?
I don't know. If possible, I like to hit up the combo. That is KFC, Taco Bell combo.
Attaboy, attaboy.
Where is your
KFC Taco Bell combo?
So Nick Johnson, who is the clown of your team?
I'd just have to say I'm the clown of the team.
I have to agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cole, on to you. So, who is the clown of your unified basketball team last year?
I'd honestly say both Brandon and Seth combined.
All right. What do you like to eat after a big unified basketball game?
If there is any, I always go for the ravioli.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Chef Boyardee is awesome.
So Camille, who is the clown of your indoor track team?
I'd say either Emilio or Carson. They always play off of each other, and they're always really funny.
What's something about your team that we don't know?
Well, track is an individual sport. You do your individual events, but we're actually a really tight-knit group. We're really close, and
Yeah. Maddie Chalmers, who's the clown of the girls basketball team?
Definitely Megan Riley and Bailey Riley. They're just hilarious, and they always find a way to make everyone laugh.
Ooh. After a big gymnastics meet, what are you hoping is on the dinner table when you get home?
We usually get home pretty late, so usually don't have dinners. Kind of make myself some tea and have watermelon.
Good choice. Good choice.
All right. So Seth Harity, who is the clown of the basketball team?
I'm gonna have to say Ben.
This has been the Winter Sports Roundtable. Thank you to our winter athletes for joining me, and I hope that everybody goes out and catches a winter sports game. I'm Dustin. Thanks for rocking with Dustin.
As you may have heard, the Rock Project took place several days ago at Milton High School for the 3rd year in a row. The pretense of this event allows for students to express their creativity through various forms of art. Several members of the cast of Yellow Jacket Television decided to go behind the scenes to see how the magic happens.
I'm Matt.
I'm Zach.
I'm Nolan.
I'm Gabri.
I'm Zach. And together we are
Something Stupid. Why are you tackling me?
We're doing Kryptonite by 3 Doors Down. It's a pretty heavy song when we get to the chorus, so we'll test Zach a little bit.
Are you guys nervous at all for your performance?
No,
not at all.
Not a single.
I had a dream last night that we were performing at Rock Project, and it was so bad. I don't even think I was there
anymore.
What's the best thing about the process for you guys?
I've never played drums outside of my basement, so that was new.
The whole bonding is cool. Like you can have like 2 seconds, but when you come together, yeah, like my band.
I'm Cody.
I'm Dom.
I'm Brian. I'm Dante. And this is
Indie
January.
What do you guys think is the hardest thing about becoming a band and performing the Rock Project?
For me, the hardest thing is trying to stay on task because there can be a lot of sidetracking going on at one rehearsal.
Any advice for newcomers who might be a little bit nervous?
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Even if you're gonna feel uncomfortable up there, do it anyway.
Yeah, my first year, obviously being the lead singer, the spotlight's like right there, and oh yeah, the adrenaline goes through you every time you perform. But it's once you get through it, you realize that wow, I was crazy for thinking that I didn't want to do this anymore. Just
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
I am always stuck in my own problems, and I feel like if I could have a solution, I could solve. But I swear that I could never be deprived of anything, but I just swear that I could
Get a rock and roll feeling in your bones, put taps on the toes and get gonna be a rhythm. When you get the blues, are you mine? Are you mine?
Our band and chorus departments worked tirelessly in preparation for this year's winter concert, and a few members of Yellow Jacket Television went to the scene to show their appreciation.
Thursday, December 1st, Jackson Noel accompanied member of Math League, Jason Felix, on a Math League meet to see how much has really changed since the beginning of our mathematics organization.
Counting sheep when you're trying to sleep, being fair. When there's something to share, being neat. When you're folding a sheet, that's mathematics. When a ball bounces off of a wall, when you cook from a recipe book, when you know how much money you owe, that's mathematics. How much gold can you hold in an elephant's ear? When it's noon on the moon, then what time is it here? If you could count for a year, would you get to infinity or somewhere in that vicinity? When you choose how much postage to use, when you know what's the chance it will snow, when you bet and you end up
Fractals. Use my fractals, people. That's it.
Andrew Wiles gently smiles.
Don't know an answer. You're going to draw a nice picture. Okay? A number would be better, but a picture at the very least.
Could have used some enlarging.
We're going to have more fun than other teams, and we're going to walk out of here with our heads higher than ever, knowing we did our best today.
With the rest of the guys. Yes, try as you may, you just can't get away from mathematics.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And now, on to the second part of this episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, this just in. Moments after the improbable Trump victory was announced to the world, a large flat disk has appeared above the planet. Now, currently we're unaware whether this is some sort of extraterrestrial invasion or even more dubious. The Russians flying an experimental vehicle to the United States to personally congratulate Donald Trump and scare the snot out of Americans. Tune in to find out more.
Please pardon the interruption, Milton. I am here to inform every Milton resident to meet in either the high school or elementary school gymnasium. The mayor will provide more information, and it will be safe. Also, if Mohammed Barka is listening, there is a note in the office for you.
Now do you believe my abduction story? I do now, but 5 months ago, it was not scientifically logical to believe. I'm not a liar. I mean, holy Klingon guys. 2016 has spat in the faces of logic lovers everywhere. First off, Donald Trump becomes president, aliens invade.
Don't forget, the Cubs won the World Series, and the Warriors with a 3-1 lead. Makes you want to smack someone.
So, Egghead, what's the plan?
Well, Dustin, once we get down to the media lab, I think we should have Jason retell his abduction story. That way we can have a plan of action going forward.
Speaking of plan of action, I hope that means we have to fight these slimy sons of bitches.
Wait, they're slimy?
We don't know that yet. Please don't make assumptions until we get down to the lab.
The aliens that abducted me weren't slimy.
You know what slimy means? Slimy means slugs. Slugs are slimy, they're gross, the cat ate one, died. You know, after my cat ate that snail, you know what his last words were? I translated, you know what it means? Snails, evil. Snails are aliens. That's a real alien in the world, snails.
That's what I'm trying to say. Kill them. And the snails.
What do you think you'll do against aliens if his cat died against the snail? I think it's best for us to gather any information on the aliens that we can. Jason, can you explain your extraterrestrial encounter for the group?
Harry, torch.
Got it.
Hey, we get the legs.
It was a hot Saturday night sometime in July. I was lying in bed. It was the middle of the night.
That is supposed to be you.
Yeah. Let me finish, please.
Okay.
All of a sudden, a bright light shone in my window. I then saw these two creatures come into my room. One grabbed me and took me away.
David, lights, please. So, is that all you remember?
Pretty much. The only other thing I remember is the questions they asked, like where the best milkshake would be or when the best time to invade was.
You know what? I'm sick of this. These aliens are gonna come to my land, abduct my friends. They got another thing coming. I'm ready to fight.
I hate to break your Phantom Zone bubble there, but my calculations show the Skinner family immigrating from Germany in the 1800s.
Whatever. It's my land. I'm fighting for it.
I've got an idea, and I'll get working on it, but you guys should honestly just take a nap, because it might be a while. But first, I want you guys to meet Mule.
Anything for you.
Double twin cameras with keyboard and microphone and stereo system. You can't breathe. These rims, fresh new rims.
It can make the best cup of coffee ever. It's exactly how I like it.
You think they're gonna take it from?
As long as you're careful with it.
Oh, she might get a few bumps.
All right, everybody, get some rest. This noggin's gotta get to thinking. I got it. Everybody, I got it. I got it.
What do you get? And I hope it's breakfast. Oh, this is what you got. Are you gonna explain that?
It's beautiful.
Okay, so the aliens are only here because of all the craziness going on in 2016. They want to make a big enough distraction to make a safe pit stop here without worrying about being attacked by the government. You guys got it. You guys got to back up. You guys got to back up. So they want drinks, specifically Dam Diner milkshakes, to hold them over on their way to the Hercules Belt Galaxy. Their distraction was none other than the Mr. Donald J. Trump becoming president. They knew it would cause a big enough distraction to make a quick pit stop, but it didn't work on us.
Okay, well, what do we do about it?
Well, you see, it all really started in 1990 when the American classic Home Alone was released onto the unsuspecting young millennials dreaming of partying when their parents were away. Listen, they knew they had to go bigger for the sequel. However, they said in New York, they thought being in New York City would require a hometown celebrity cameo to secure Kevin McAllister's Home Alone Lost New York illusion. Lucky for them, the film's writer and Manhattan native, one John Hughes, knew someone. He knew a 24-year-old Molly Ringwald. She once ran into What's Eating Gilbert Grape director Lasse Hallström while he was filming the movie with young Leo at a party. Hallström once overheard Leonardo DiCaprio discussing a trip to Trump Tower, where he met Trump and even got his phone number because Trump wanted to hire the young actor because of his enthusiasm. Through Leonardo DiCaprio, John Hughes got a hold of Donald Trump and hired him for a cameo. On set, John Hughes said in small talk to Trump words that would change history. I bet you make a good president.
I always disliked John Hughes movies anyway.
Alright, so what does this even have to do with aliens?
If Donald Trump never became president, the aliens would have not invaded. Donald Trump wouldn't have even run for president if John Hughes didn't tell him to.
2016 was a crazy year anyway. Doesn't matter who was president.
Yeah, I still don't know what we're supposed to do about it, though.
Well, we go back in time, of course.
Yeah, I know. How do you plan to do that?
We build a time machine. And I have plans right here. It's just going to take a lot of time.
I've seen plans like this before.
You got to focus. This is going to take a lot of time, 100% effort on all of our behalf.
You won't let me finish. Look right here. I built my own time machine.
Oh, why haven't you told me about this?
Doesn't matter.
What do you use it for?
I like to go back in time, relive my glory days.
Really?
Yeah, we can use my time machine right here.
Well, how does it work?
I'll let him explain that.
Okay, so here it is in layman's terms. At the end of Superman the movie, Superman flies at the speed of light around the Earth to reverse the Earth's rotation to go back in time to save Lois Lane. And we're going to do that. Basically.
We're gonna fly around the planet.
Well, not necessarily. We obviously can't fly, but what we can use is...
Big Blue.
An apt vehicle for time travel transportation.
Hold it right there, buddy. I ain't going back in time, especially in this death trap. Big Blue's not a death trap. I can solve the problem right here, right now. Are you insane? Oh, once they see Mustang and Sally, they'll be running back to the moon.
Calm down. We can solve this peacefully, and that means no violence.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though I hunt, I really don't like all this talk about fighting the aliens.
Well, while you guys are sitting here sucking your thumbs, I'll be saving your asses. For Milton!
Can you guys stop bickering? We need to work together on this.
I agree, but, you know, I don't want to be a part of anything like attacking our visitors and changing the past.
Yeah, I mean, like, everything happens for a reason. So, let's all just calm down and let's go start the welcoming party.
Yeah.
Sounds good
Yeah,
to me.
come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Everyone else here cool time travel?
Yeah, let's get it. Load up mule and go. Couldn't put jetpacks on the damn thing. You gotta load it up.
Okay, so now that we have the time machine on the hood, all we gotta do is get up to 88 miles per hour.
You make it sound easy. We have to go that fast in this parking lot?
That shan't be a problem. Hey lady, what year is it?
1969!
We went too far. Hey lady, what year is it?
1992!
Perfect, let's go. Off to New York. Oh, man.
Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time?
Alright, look, that's the hotel. Oh, there he is! Okay, Mule. When Donald comes, you have to go as fast as you can. Hey, Donnie, you dropped your book. We did it, guys. We saved the future.
So, did it work?
Macaulay Culkin is president.
Who's Macaulay Culkin?
The kid from Home Alone.
Does that mean the aliens are still here?
That would be a safe assumption to make.
Well, I don't know about you guys. All this time traveling's got me hungry. Let's go get something to eat.
Oh, hey guys. Let's go. Go, go!
Yo, what'd he say?
This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today.